Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Cantor Levine, and I'm going to be your guide this morning through our Yoga for Peace chair morning prayer flow. It's going to be more of a Yoga Shalom flow, and I hope that you'll enjoy some of the asana with prayer that we're going to do this morning. Today, our mat is our safe place, our Mishkan Me'at, where there's no outside disturbance, only the feeling of courage, faith, unity, hope, and peace. All we have is this moment to still our thoughts, open our hearts, and allow the breath to cleanse the nerve pathways. The parasympathetic nervous system needs resetting, and through the prana, our breath, we will cleanse. Take a few moments to reset ourselves from the events of the world. We begin with our customary body scan. With that, be sensitive to the loving kindness you're showing yourself today. Begin with a little hand rub. I'm using something called Peace, which is appropriate. It's a little aromatherapy blend. And I'm just going to make some heat with the hands and place them over my face and over my eyes, and then sweep down. And then into the heart. Just sweeping away anything the cobwebs. Maybe sweeping away the thoughts, showing yourself a little love and kindness. So notice the stress levels abating as you do this. Warmth over the face. And then sweep down into the heart, opening the heart. Allow the eyes to close now, or soften the gaze. Allow the corners of the mouth to curve upward. Connect this smile with the heart center as all of the details of life soften. From the top of the head, the Cantor, the crown, imagine a string of light attached to the source of peace. Allow that light of peace to melt down into the head, into the face, melt down into the neck, shoulders. Allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears, into the heart center. Feel the arms become heavy, the spine lift. Allow that light of peace to melt into the belly and hips, legs, all the way down to the feet. Connect the feet or the sits bones if you're in easy seated pose with the vibrations of the planet. Feel the energy coming through the root. We talked about the chakras last week, and the red root of Muladhara. Bring that red light into the belly, into the green Anahata, the heart, into the beautiful blue of the throat chakra and the third eye, the wisdom center, and back up to the Cantor or the crown. So today this practice can be done in a chair or on the mat. I'm going to be staying mostly seated today. I might stand once or twice, but I want us to get the idea that any practice can be done in a chair, and especially if you spend a lot of time in a chair, you can adjust. I'm going to put the screen down just a little so you can see my block. If your feet don't hit the ground, just get a block or a pillow or something that your feet can be attached to the earth. I'm going to bring my hands down into a mudra with forefingers and thumb touching onto my knees, and sit up slightly, dropping the attention down into the breath. this pranayama for peace as we empty the belly of air and soften the gaze or close the eyes. We release all of the air as though we're making a balloon completely deflate. And then inhale through the nostrils into the lower belly, lower lungs, and upper lungs as though we're filling a balloon until it's almost ready to pop. And then we release the breath again, very slowly, pulling the belly button to the spine and lifting from the spine, releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze out the breath. Inhale into the lower belly, into the lower lungs, into the upper lungs. Fill that balloon all the way up. And then release slowly. Through the nostrils, feel the warmth of that breath, releasing any toxins. Inhale. The lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, filling with the breath of peace. And then release. Let's release that peace into the world. Let it join the flow of the river. Inhale. And release slowly. You can use Ujjayi breath, a slight constriction at the back of the throat with the lips together. Inhale. Lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, 3-part pranayama, cleansing breath. And as you release, notice negative emotions, stress, fear, anger flowing outward. Let them go. Squeeze the air out, squeeze it. And then inhale again. Lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. Fill that balloon until it's almost ready to pop. And then release slowly. Inhale. And as you inhale that pranayama of peace, and then exhale, allow thoughts to float away like clouds. Let everything go except this moment in time. Mindfulness. Inhale one more time. Fill, sip the air, sip, 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 sip. And then release. Release the hands, shake them out. Breathe normally, maybe wiggle from side to side, adjust the body. Just a reminder, if you're not muted, to please mute yourself so that we can hear our backtrack. Hopefully everybody can hear the backtrack. I'm going to make it a little bit louder, just a tiny bit. Okay. Wakey, wakey, everybody. Let's open our eyes and move to our next segment.
The soul that you have given me, God, is pure. Open my heart to blessing.
As we awaken, our soul is returned to our body. We bring ourselves into alignment with that Shekhinah cleansing of the soul as it happened, a new life. We're reborn in the morning. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, and as you exhale, look up. Let go anything you don't need. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. And as you exhale, bring the palms down to the knees. You can do this nice and easy, warming up the spine. Inhale. Now squeeze the shoulders up. Press them back into the chair as you exhale. Through the nostrils. For the most part in yoga, we breathe through the nostrils mostly. Inhale. Bring the shoulders up, and exhale, bring the palms down a little bit more. Good. One more time, squeeze it up. Press the shoulders down, bring the elbows to the sides as you exhale. Open the heart, crack it open like in that. Let's make some space for peace. Inhale, exhale, now bring the palms all the way down. Open the heart. Inhale, let's add the arms. Reach up. And as you exhale, bring the arms behind, grab the chair. And open the heart a little wider for peace. And embrace the sky now with that peace. And then all the way over. Release the hips. And draw peace down into the earth. Inhale up. And draw the rainbow as you bring the hands behind. Exhale. Crack the heart open. Let go of emotions you don't need. Inhale, embrace the sky. And then lean, stretch forward. And all the way down. You see how much farther you can get when you stretch forward. And then down. Inhale, stretch up. Let's do a nice little bend over to the right and lift the left arm and look under. Exhale. Inhale up. Stretch over to the left, look under the right arm. Exhale. Continue that 3-part breath. Now, both arms. Inhale and over to the right. Feel the core engage. Inhale and over the left. Feel the core engage. Inhale up and a nice twist behind. Inhale up and a twist behind. Inhale up and then bring the hands to heart center. Open my heart to blessing. Feel the blessing of peace. And release. Let's extend this blessing of peace to every living thing with a morning prayer. Nishamat Kol Chai. Let's start with some little circles with the head. That string attached to the source of peace is creating little circles all the way up, far beyond where you can imagine these circles to go way up, maybe all the way to the edge of the stratosphere, maybe the edge of the universe, all the way one direction. Now make the circles a little bigger. So ear to shoulder, chin down, ear to shoulder, look back. And I like doing 3 mandalas in each direction, but you can do them at your own pace, depending on how stiff your neck is. And mine is very stiff, so I'm going slowly. Other direction, remember the pranayama, so you're filling the body, and then you're releasing the breath. And with it, you're taking anything you don't need, releasing that. And as we do this exercise, you'll feel that all the different areas of the spine are warming as well. We're bringing that space, and let's start stirring the pot with the upper body, creating a cradle down where the spine meets the hip girdle. So creating space for peace in that place. Other direction, lead with the heart, just like you're scraping a big pot of oatmeal with your body, the entire body. And as you do that, add the arms now in the other direction. Begin to create a force field of peace all the way around you, and begin to gather the energy of every living thing into the fingertips. They want peace too, and then go up to the top and start gathering in the other direction. Feel the energy of Nishmat Kochai, every living thing, praising peace in that direction. And then as we open the heart, gather that peace in. Big circles with the shoulders. Good. And then in the other direction, spread the peace as far as you can imagine the entire universe filled with peace, every living thing. One more. Inhale, arms are open. Embrace the sky, bring palms together all the way down the midline. Bring that into heart center. We'll store all that energy right into the heart of peace. Now I would normally stand for our praise. If you'd like to stand, or if you want to stay seated, you may. It's your choice. I'm going to stay seated today, but if you'd like to stand and bring your toes at a 45-degree angle, we bring our attention now to beyond that, what we can imagine, that which is unimaginable, the source, beyond the universe. As we inhale and exhale. And if you want to stand behind the chair, that's perfectly fine too, or stay seated. It's perfectly fine to use a chair as just, prop and come over, but I'm going to use it seated today because I always like to do that. So inhale. As you exhale, bring the arms up into Devi Asana. Bend the knees. Inhale. And as you exhale, extend the arms into star pose. Praising that which we cannot fathom. Inhale. Bring the hands into hip creases. Extend the crown of the head or the Cantor forward, and then come all the way down. Letting go and letting let go of anything that you don't need. Let it release from the shoulders. Let go of control. Breathe into the back. And as you exhale, sink further into the earth. Praising Shekhinah. Becoming one with peace. And then hinge up. And release. We're going to do something we don't normally do, which is a seated sun salutation. This is for the Yotzer or prayer. And it's fun to do this because sometimes we need the opportunity to move while seated. But if you'd like to do your regular sun salutation, feel completely free to do that. So we start with hands in prayer pose or Anjali Mudra. Feel free to chant along with me. This is a beautiful melody that I learned in Cuba. Since I'm leaving for Cuba this Sunday, I thought I would feature this melody since I love it so much. Working for peace, bringing every energy into our bodies, working for peace. Inhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold, fingertips come down to the toes if you can. Exhale. Inhale, bring the hands to the knees and straighten the back. And as you exhale, come all the way down again. Bring the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bring the legs up to meet the hands. Inhale, exhale, all the way up. And reverse swan dive, bring the hands into Anjali Mudra. Let's go again. Inhale. Inhale, all the way down, fingertips to the toes if you can. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. And as you exhale, come all the way down. This time we're going to do something different. Lift the left arm and the right leg. Inhale, exhale, come down. Lift the right arm and the left leg. Inhale, come all the way down. Lift both the arms and the legs. Come all the way down, reverse swan dive, and hands in Anjali Mudra. One more time. Inhale, exhale, all the way down, fingers to the toes. Inhale, half fold. As you exhale, release the shoulders. Good. Inhale, lift the left arm and the right leg, and then come down. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right arm and the left leg, come down. Inhale, lift the arms and the legs, and come down. Good. Reverse swan dive. We end the way we started with this beautiful chant. La 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 la. Two recitations of shalom. 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 For peace. Two prayers for peace. All right, now let's take a moment, hands at heart center, to create a kavanah for ourselves, a blessing for peace. What is it that we need for ourselves today? What's brought us to our Mishkan Ma'at, our holy mat place? This is a personal prayer. We'll have time to send out some prayers for the world in a moment. What is it that you need for your peace? So if you're seated in a chair, just come to the edge of the chair or stand. I'm going to lift myself up a little bit. Inhale, exhale, come into Utkatasana or chair pose. And then bring the hands out and bring the blessing for peace into the hands. If you'd like to stay seated, you can. Or come up slightly and breathe. Use that 3-part breath. Inhaling and releasing, send that blessing out. And one more time. I like having my block here because it really is hip distance for me. Hands into hip creases. Inhale, exhale, and sit right back into the chair. Bring your blessing or your kavanah, sankalpa in yoga Sanskrit, your intention for today's practice into the palms. Prayer for peace. Breathe. And then send that out. You need to shake out the legs. Do that. We're going to go down one more time. Inhale, bring hands up to hip creases. Sit back, and this time we're going to send a blessing for peace out to the world. Pralamba Mudra. Thumbs together, palms forward, and breathe. Inhale, exhaling. And then send that blessing out into the world. Hands come into heart center. Can be seated again. We will know that you are one. Chanting together, we will know that you. We will know that you are one. Feel that oneness, that shalom, that peace reverberating throughout the body. And release. All right. Now we're ready for oneness, for peace, and we're going to do a seated triangle today. We don't do that very often either, but it's an excellent exercise. So what I'm going to invite you to do is to bring the right leg out to the side. And if you want to do this on the mat, just step your right toes out with the toes pointing toward the edge of the mat. And then bring your left toes in at an angle, but if you're seated, you can't really do that. Inhale and exhale, drop the shoulders. Inhale, raise the arms, lean way over that right leg, and come into triangle pose. Lifting the left arm, and then just pivot the left hip open and breathe. The drishti, or the gaze, is at the thumbnail, or if you prefer, you can look down at the toenail. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hand to the chair, bring the right arm over. And we listen. We open our hearts and listen to the one. Lifting the left arm, gazing at the thumbnail. And left arm to the chair, right arm over. One more, each side. Lift the left arm, and then exhale. Right arm over. And breathe. Good. And come back to center. Both knees come center. Sit up and then jiggle your tail a little bit. And now bring that left leg out, toes towards the edge of the mat. If you're on the mat, you can bring your toes in and then shift the right hip open. If you're seated, you kind of have to keep your toes straight. Good. Inhale, exhale, drop the shoulders. Lean way over that extended leg. And bring the right arm up. Breathing and gazing at the thumbnail. Left arm is down on the leg. Inhale, exhale, bring the right arm down. Grab the chair, left arm over. Inhale, lean way over. Right arm up. Breathe. Inhale, left arm over. And one more. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left arm over. Bring that knee together. Bring the feet together. Hands at heart center, eyes closed. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, shh. Hum M. And release on ah. Shh. Shh. Release. Feel the oneness of peace. Shh. And release. Job. I'm going to stand for this next segment of balances, but I'm going to use my chair. Okay? So let's have a moment just of balance. If you'd like to stay seated, you can. Just close your eyes and imagine this beautiful prayer coming to be. So let's bring all of our weight into the left leg. And just feel as though there's a root, Eitz Chaim, the tree of peace going down into the earth. And then when it's available to you, just bring the foot under the knee and bring the right knee out to the side. This is tree pose. And if it's available, I've got my hip against my chair so it's nice and steady. I'm going to bring my hands into prayer pose as I pray for peace. Pray for the trees. What kind of tree do I wish to be? Don't close the eyes. Let's bring our hands into Vajra Mudra and then bring them above the head. And breathe. Find a drishti or an ikuda, point to fix the gaze. Grip the earth with the foot, strengthen the leg, and breathe. Inhale and release. And just bounce out, bounce, bounce, bounce. Good. Come to the other side. So I use my chair on this side. It's a nice, stable anchor. Put all the weight into the right leg. Feel that root, that Eitz going all the way into the earth. Inhale, and when you're ready, bring the left foot under the knee, not on top. If you're really advanced, you want to bring it above, that's fine, but not on the knee, just below the knee. Now bring the knee out to the 45-degree angle. Bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, find the drishti, and this is our balance. For peace. Breathe. Feel the earth gripped with the foot, the energy of the earth coming into the leg. Now let's bring our hands clasped with 4 fingers together into Vajra and lift the arms up. And breathe. And release. And step back. We're going to go back to the other side. I love this balance because it works completely different muscles, but it's really good for us. So let's step into the chair. Bring the hand onto the chair and then lift the right leg up. Now you can go as far as you want. This is star balance. I'm going to bring my palm onto the chair. My arm comes up, and then finally, if you'd like to drishti the thumbnail, gaze at the thumbnail, you might. Breathe. Star balance, support it. Good. Come up. And to the other side. Okay, step into the chair. Almost fell off my mat there. And lift the left leg up. Lift the arm up. Gaze at the thumbnail. Breathe. And come down. And jump it out. Jump, jump, jump. Release. Let's do a couple of shaloms. Inhale. Shalom. Send that peace out. And big wide arms. Inhale. Shalom. bring that peace into heart center.
And
Wow, kind of feeling that peace coming in. I hope you are. Let's be seated for a seated bridge. A couple of different things we haven't done before, and then we'll have a moment of memory in Shavasana. So this is a seated boat pose. You can do this on the mat. You know how to do this. You just come up on your sits bones. In the chair, it's easier on a hard chair. I have a soft chair, but I'm just gonna balance up on my sits bones and then lift my legs out. You don't have to do that. You can just balance. I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna extend my feet like we did earlier, and then my arms out. Extend the spine and breathe. Inhale and release. Inhale, and as you release, drop the feet, hands onto the knees. Extend the heart forward and breathe. This is seated Bhujangasana or Cobra. Good. Inhale, come back onto the sits bones. As you exhale, extend the feet out. Bring the arms out. Hold it and breathe. Good. I'm going to do something else, so watch me. Inhale, drop the left foot down, raise the left arm up, and fold forward. Exhale. Good. Inhale, both feet up. Raise the arms up. Good. Drop the right foot down and the left hand, extend the right arm forward. Good. Lift both arms and legs up. And then bring the arms down and breathe. Inhale, drop the feet, hands onto the knees, extend the neck, and breathe. Inhale and exhale, and sit back. Relax for a minute, just jiggle the hips. Good. Inhale, extend the right foot forward and bring that up onto the knee. Release the hip. Inhale, arms up and fold forward. I'm just using my elbow to press down on the knee a little bit, just to open that hip a little bit more. We are a bridge to peace. Good. Release that hip and jiggle. Extend the left leg out. Inhale, exhale. Bring that ankle onto the opposite knee, and then inhale up and fold forward. Release the left hip and press down on that left knee just a little bit. And release. Oh, good. That's awesome. Inhale. Crunch down as you exhale. Crush everything out of the body. Now inhale, open the knees, open the heart. As you exhale, crunch in, bring all that energy for peace all the way into the kishkis, into the heart center, into the body. Good. Inhale, open the arms, gather the peace, embrace the sky. And then bring that down into heart center. And release. Now, adjust to self on the chair just for a moment. As we head into this moment of memory for peace, I invite you to bring to heart center anyone who you might be remembering today, all of those who have given their lives for the sake of peace, anyone who brought you feelings of peace, or the intention for releasing anything you don't need to have peace. Peace inwardly, from heart, mind, and spirit. I'm remembering Margaret Brenner today, a friend of mine who passed recently, who I laid to rest. She was a great light to the world and brought me great peace. Call those names for memory and blessing. If you'd like to put your legs up the wall or up a chair, you can. We're just going to do a little stretch and then relax back for Savasana. So let's press our right foot out. Grab underneath and just circle the foot left and right. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice little slow mandalas. Feel any grief you don't need. Releasing through the foot. Inhale and flex. Exhale, release. Release that grief. Inhale the memory of blessing. Exhale memories and blessings. One more flex. And press the left foot out. And some little circles to the right, to the left. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. 3-part pranayama. Inhale. And release. And one more. Lift the right arm up. Pat the back and then grab the elbows. Release some grief from the shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, draw that arm into a hug. A hug of peaceful love across the body. And then release that arm. And then let's raise the left arm, pat the back, and grab the elbow. Tuck the chin down, stretch out. Release anything you don't need from that shoulder. And then draw the arm across, give yourself a big heart hug. Zichronam livracha, may all of our loved ones be for a blessing. As together we say amen and sit back. Enjoy the benefits of this practice that we've just experienced. Either flat on the mat, if you need a blanket, cover yourself, or iPad. I'm just going to put a blanket over my knees. Relax back into the chair. Allow yourself to imagine that you're sinking back into a 10-inch warm, soft blanket of peace. completely protected and sheltered. Allowing that sensation of peace and freedom to flow over and through every part of the body as you imagine a warm blanket being drawn up over the feet and the ankles, shins, over the knees, thighs, hands and the hips. And that warmth is drawn up over the belly, all of the organs, over the arms, the heart center for peace. Tuck that over the shoulders and under the chin as you experience this complete force field of shalom, peace. Imagining a place where you're sitting, where everything is as it should be. Everything is at peace, complete and utter unity and beauty. Imagining the heart and feeling the beat of the heart. Nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim, every opening and closing, sending peace and health and healing to every part of the body, out into the organs, the spine, the brain, fingers, toes, arteries, muscles, balancing everything in the body, healing with peace. Saying a blessing for the feet for bringing us to our Mishkan Ma'at, our holy place. For the hands and our thumbs are doing all that we need them to do in the world. Giving thanks for our brain, able to think, to learn, to expand, to embrace, and of course to our hearts for giving and receiving blessings of peace. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless us with peace. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, may peace flow through us and in us with light. Yisa Adonai panav elecha, yasem lecha shalom, may the blessing of peace be embedded within us as we memorize this feeling and carry it with us into our week, into our day, into our life. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. If you're on the mat, gather the knees to the heart center, roll to the right side, making a pillow of the arms, and deepening the breath. Becoming aware of the chair beneath you, the sounds around you, the mat beneath you. Bring yourselves to seated, reality. As we slowly bring our intentions back for healing. I'll invite us all to bring an intention for healing into our hearts, to send the healing piece of our practice out to the world. And if you'd like to call someone for healing, feel free to unmute and say their name, or write their name in the chat room, or say their names in your heart. We'll bring ourselves together for this final prayer of peace and healing. Inhaling, let's bring our arms out, our hearts open to healing and peace, and send that healing out to the world as we exhale. Palms together and press all the way down. Store that healing and peace in the heart center. Exhale. Inhale, palms together. Open the heart. Let the heart space fill with healing and peace. Exhale. Send that peace out to the world where it's needed most. Hands come together, pressing palms. This time we'll bring our fingertips to the wisdom center, bringing peace to those who need it most. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer. I invite you to chant, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer. Thank you all for spending this hour of seeking peace together as we open our hearts to healing. I wish you a day of joy, of freedom, of light. Namaste.